And if you're closed-minded and can't get that far, well, it's criminal and shame on you. This is my community, and if you walked in here today as a new resident last week, you need to follow this through.
Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman says Clark County officials are out to kill a proposed soccer stadium downtown. We'll show you Goodman's videotaped outburst at a meeting last night. Plus, my thoughts on how Mrs. Mayor is following in her husband's footsteps. And we'll take you behind the day's political headlines. Ralston reports next.
And now, Ralston Reports with John Ralston.
Welcome. Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman says she's passionate about bringing Major League Soccer to Las Vegas. But after an outburst at a town hall on the topic this week, some say the mayor's taking her passion too far. Take a look.
Let me tell you something. I've lived here 50 years, and this is a community of 100,000 people, and everything that every one of us is enjoying, and it really ticks me off, that you sit there with your sour fuss. What did you do to build this community? What have you put into this community to make it a better place? What are you doing about it? This is all about us.
And now, a word about the royal family. When I first saw that video of Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman at a town hall meeting, I thought she sounded like someone else I know.
So I'm going to run the city the way I want to run the city. I'm not going to have people tell me how the city's going to be run.
You know, Queen Carolyn's rant was worthy of King Oscar during his reign. It was so bad that after she became irritated with a constituent, I half expected the mayor to turn to city manager Betsy Fretwell and demand, "Off with her head." I don't know where to begin to count all the things wrong with the second Mayor Goodman's performance at a town hall on that stadium plan she loves so much. She attacked the person who came as somehow being less invested in the community than she and her husband are because he grimaced, as if being against the stadium makes you less of a Las Vegan. She railed about the media having disclosed how the city's stadium partner had several different financial proposals before it alighted on a final. As if the media should have allowed the city to be less than transparent. She talked about how outrageous it was that Clark County commissioners were communicating with council members during the council meeting to try to kill the project, as if this were some egregious breach of protocol. And the mayor insisted that the Cordish-Finley Stadium project was the only project that could ever be considered, as if some other group might not be able to do it without so much public money. And it wasn't just what she said either. It was how she said it. She was arrogant. She was dismissive. She was angry. She was like a monarch lecturing her subjects, telling them to submit to her authority and wisdom. Yes, it sounds very familiar, an echo of the recent past. She was very much like the person who sat on the throne before she got there. When we come back, we're going to talk to somebody who actually was at that town hall meeting and witnessed that outburst. Stick around. We'll be back in a moment.
Have a question or comment? You can email John, ralstonreports@gmail.com. And now, Ralston Reports.
Welcome back to Ralston Reports. Last week, a proposal to use public money to build a soccer stadium in downtown Las Vegas was dead until Councilwoman Lois Tarkanian proposed a round of public meetings designed to inform residents about the project. Last night, at the third meeting this week, Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman, as we showed you, let loose, directing her passion at a constituent who showed up to hear about the plan. Here to go face-to-face and talk about it, a woman who was there and witnessed it, from Nevada Youth Soccer, Elisa Mayo-Doriso. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So tell me, first of all, you're involved with soccer. You're a soccer mom. You're a soccer player. Are you for this stadium?
I also am the spokesperson for the Nevada Youth Soccer Association. So I am, excuse me, not for the stadium with the $3 million of park funding money that is being contributed to that. The Nevada Youth Soccer Association has been working with the city since May on trying to help them to fill this $9.6 million shortfall that we have in Parks and Rec. And in doing so, they have produced a fee increase on all the kids that play soccer, lacrosse, softball, football, all of that. And this increase, which is a fact, is taking effect, will increase per family by 2015 over $40 per participant. So if you have 2 kids playing a sport, that's $80 per family. If you have 3 kids, it's $120 per family.
So they're increasing fees at the same time that they're going to rob this park money.
Yes.
You're a soccer person. You're not necessarily opposed to a stadium, but you just don't think, you don't like the financing scheme.
I don't like the financing scheme.
Is that fair?
That's
All right.
fair.
So you go, you want to go, you're an interested party, a little bit more interested than most, maybe. You go to this town hall, and let me show people again. You were sitting right near this guy.
I was sitting in front of him.
You were sitting in front of this guy who supposedly, before I show the mayor's rant, tell me if you could tell
Let me tell you what
he was
happened.
doing. Yeah.
No, I feel, in fact, I shouted out, I need to shout out to him and say I apologize because I feel guilty that part of his facial expressions were a response to me. I was sitting sideways a little bit on the bleachers in the middle section because there was another soccer fan there that I knew, and the mayor came on and she started with hers. This is the second town hall I've been to, and I turned to him and I kind of said to him like, oh, okay, here we go again, and he said, yeah, and he shook his head, and she just pointed at him and just went after him.
Let's show it. This is what happened at that point.
Okay.
Sir, I see you. What this is about is our community. And if you want to improve, I see your face. And you're saying to me, what are you, shut up, and it's enough, I'm tired of listening to you. Let me tell you something. I've lived here 50 years. And this is a community of 100,000 people. And everything that every one of us is enjoying, and it really takes me off, that you sit there with your sour fuss. What did you do to build this community? What have you put into this community to make it a better place? What are you doing about it? This is all about us.
This is all about us. Now, you've been to many city council meetings. In case people don't know, you've been active on a variety of different issues over the years.
Yes.
Were you surprised when that happened?
I was shocked. I was speechless. I really was. These public meetings are supposed to be an open dialogue where people come and they can talk about whether they're for or against this. They're being marketed by the city as, come and tell us how you feel. After that, you could just feel the tension in the room. People still did get up and talk, which I was kind of surprised, but it was, in fact, to me, it made these open meetings feel almost meaningless and a little bit disingenuous, because I don't know that a lot of people now, that after seeing this, would feel comfortable coming to the meeting and really saying, I'm against this and I'm against this for these reasons. And I've known Carolyn. I respect her as a person. I've known her for many years. My kids had kids that went to the Meadows and knew her there. I was shocked because it was just so over the top. It was a rant. It was almost like being scolded as a child.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of another person with the last name Goodman, including right after the State Ethics Commission had decided to move forward on allegations that he had helped his son's business. Remember this?
And when I'm being told by envious, jealous little people who are motivated as a result of journalists who are trying to make a name on my bones, that I can't have martinis with the mayor and I can't have coffees with the mayor where people come out and we help them and we take care of their problems, then I'm going to change the way government is done in this valley. Because if there's anything wrong with that, I'm going to keep on doing it, and I'll have my face in their face as long as I'm the mayor of the city of Las Vegas.
That's kind of how she was last night, right?
It was very aggressive. It was very scolding. And the gentleman got up and walked out. He left.
He did? Oh,
yes, he left. He got up.
Did he say anything to you
No, he didn't say anything to me.
Older guy, younger guy?
He's an older gentleman. He was dressed very casual, fit. He looked like he was, very fit.
Did you have any conversation with him at all before this?
I didn't, and I really wanted to kind of chase him out of the room to say, I am so sorry that I spoke to you, and you made a face, and you got berated for making that face, whatever that was. I felt very, very, very bad for him.
You know, you go to a town hall meeting, you don't want to be lectured to by, or yelled at